Hey, what's up guys, it's Austin here from Royal Highness Python, and in today's video I thought I'd show you guys a couple of emoji ball pythons I have and kind of give you an explanation behind what the emoji is. It's not a gene, it's a rare occurrence, and I'll show you guys what that is. But before we get into all that cool stuff, huge shout out to Back Road Morphs. Thanks for this super cool shirt. It's holographic and it changes colors when I move, which is just super cool. And they even got the hashtag Team Austin on the side. Thanks for customizing it for me. And they're definitely not slacking on the back. So if you guys can go and check them out, I would highly appreciate it. And now let's get on with this super cool video. So right here I have a piebald ball python, and it's sometimes also called just a pied. But if you guys do not know what a piebald is, it's a recessive morph. So if I were to breed this to a normal, everything would be coming out looking normal, but carrying the gene for pied. And basically what the gene a pied does is it takes away some of the pattern, and you get all these really nice white blotches, and then you get these saddles that have these really nice borders and just have some really cool patterns on them. They can come in many different variances. You can get them really high white, you can get them really low white, and sometimes you can even get no white pies if you add the right genes into the mix. But it's one of the really cool things about piebald pythons is sometimes you'll get these little emojis on them, and we kind of have one on this snake. I'll show you right now. Have a little two eyes right here and this big smile. Not really that much of an emoji on this one, but I am going to go and show you some of my ball pythons that have really cool emojis on them, and most of them are pieds. And I even have a pied with a really cool jet black saddle, which I'm going to show you guys in a second. So the first emoji ball python I'm going to be showing you guys is this 2020 Dreamsicle male, and at first I did not even notice the emoji on this little guy. Hopefully I do not get tagged here, but right behind his neck he has this really goofy smiley face. It's really cool. Really love the look on this guy, and this guy is actually for sale. So if you guys are looking to get yourself a Dreamsicle and have an emoji on it as well, this guy is available. Really nice. It's a really goofy looking smiley face. And a little bit more about emojis on ball pythons. They're not genetic, so the parents of this baby had no emojis on them whatsoever, and actually his brother, who is also a Dreamsicle, doesn't have an emoji. So it's a rare anomaly, and sometimes you can see on Morph Market or other places where people sell snakes, they charge a lot more, almost a ridiculous price tag just for an emoji on your snake. Even though it is really cool, I do not think it's worth the extra hundreds or thousands of dollars that they're asking. It's just a cool rare anomaly, and I still like to sell my emoji ball pythons as is what the morph goes for on the market. So this guy is still being sold for market value, even though he has that super cool emoji on his back. So now let's get into the second emoji ball python. Right here we have another Dreamsicle ball python. This is a 2019 male, and as you can tell, he has almost no white patches on him whatsoever, except for this little ringer by the tail. Right next to this, almost looks like a smiley face emoji. He is going into shed right now, that's why he has some crinkling around his neck and around here, but you can still clearly see the smiley face, or almost a forced smile it looks like. It's a really cool snake. I love how high pattern this guy is. And I bet if I were to keep looking, I could probably find some more emojis because this guy has such a wacky pattern. Right here, it almost looks like a winking face. But this guy is just really popping, and his colors are not as bright as usual. Usually this is a more of a lavender color, but it's a lot more faded out because, as a lot of you already know, when ball pythons go into shed, they start to dull out a bit. But once this guy sheds, he'll look bright new again and just pop like crazy. Really happy with producing this male last year in a split clutch with me and from me and Billy at Mutation Creation. crazy looking ball python, and he's gonna be a stud for me this year. He's just got to breeding size, so hopefully he's ready for the ladies. He's already producing sperm, and hopefully I get a lot of clutches from this guy. This girl right here is one of my proven breeder pied girls, and she is really nice. I love the high pattern pieds, if you couldn't already tell. She only has 3 spots where the white comes in, over here, right here, and by the tail. And she has this really cool sinister looking face right towards her tail. She got the eyes all squinted out and a really flat face or flat smile. So almost looks like a sinister look. Really cool. And this girl is just a really good girl. She hasn't bred for me this year, but last year she did produce eggs. And I'm hoping to breed her to that last Dreamsicle I just showed you guys in the last clip. Really nice snake. She almost looks like she has another smile right here, with these 2 being eyes and that really bright smile. Looks kind of goofy. So she's goofy on this side and has that really sinister look to her at the back end. Really cool. So now let's move on to something that is not an emoji, but yet another rare anomaly. Right here I have another one of my proven breeder pied females, and she actually won for me this year. She produced a nice orange dream pied male for me, and he is actually for sale as well. But the really cool thing about this snake, I had to keep her even though she is a high white pied. I love these really cool black dots that are on her. That's another rare anomaly, as well as this jet black saddle she has on her back. It's really cool, has some nice iridescence if I were to hit it with some nice light. And she has produced for me twice, and she hasn't replicated it, so it is just a rare anomaly, just like the emojis, but a super cool one. Couldn't be more happy with it. It's just really weird because she was born with it as well, and I didn't know if it was going to shed out, but as she got older, it did start to get this really nice orangey brown tone at the top. And here's a bit of that iridescence I was talking about. It has a nice rainbow shine to it in the light. But really cool rare anomaly you can sometimes see in ball pythons, especially in the pieds. It's called a paradoxing, but we also have another one of those black beauty marks on her right there. So really cool. I do not know what does it, and it hasn't proved out to be genetic, but yet again, it's just one of those really cool rare anomalies. So now let's get back into some emoji ball pythons. Right here I have a piebald that doesn't belong to me. This is Lord of Lions pied. We actually are doing a breeding loan. She just laid 5 eggs for us from my special double het monsoon pied. So hopefully we're gonna make some special pieds and pieds, 50% het for monsoon. And fingers crossed that we can tell when we hit the het monsoon inside of the pied, because I don't think it's a recessive morph, but more of a subtle codom. And you guys can see that from my last videos, because the ones I think that are going to prove out het pied and het monsoon definitely have a really wacky pattern compared to the normal counterparts. But once again, we have those really cool beauty marks going on. We got 2 right behind the saddle. You got another one here, one on this side, and a couple more between near the tail. But right next to the tail, we have this really cute smiley face. Looks like a child drew it almost. And that's really why I like pattern on pieds. It's very random. Like even over here, we got some really nice blacks coming in and some fading of the pattern. The pattern on top of a pied is just super random, and when you get something like this with a really cool emoji on it, it just makes the snake that much worthwhile in your collection. And every time I see it, it definitely brings a smile to my face. So now let's go move away from the smile or the emojis one more time, and then we'll get back into it right after. This little guy right here is my pastel Enchi yellow belly pied, and he is really cool. And another rare anomaly you can find in ball pythons, not only in pied ball pythons, is sometimes they'll have words or pattern that looks like it has spelling on it. And this is one of them. This guy was produced by Mutation Creation, and wow, I just noticed this right now. It actually looks like it has a face on its head. That's really cool. So if you look at the head pattern right there, it almost looks like there's a face in the blushing, which is super cool. But that's not what I wanted to show you guys. So this guy was produced by Billy at Mutation Creation Canada, And this guy really likes Canada, I bet, because it looks like he has the Canadian saying A on his back, the EH, which is really cool. Looks like we have an E there and somewhat of an H, which is really cool. And let's see if we, oh, looks like we have a backwards B over here. That's really cool. So Enchi Pieds are well known for having this really nice banding pattern and just wacky pattern on the back. It also brings back a lot of the pattern and takes away the white. So if you're looking to get a low white pied, Enchi Pieds is the route for you. But once again, this is a really cool snake. It says A on it. So a lot of you guys notice that Canadians like to say A a lot, and being produced by a Canadian and still being in a Canadian's collection, it's really cool to have A on my snake. So now we'll go back into the emoji ball pythons, but I just noticed that looking for some emojis on my Pieds, and I definitely thought I would show you guys. So now let's get right back into the emojis. So the last snake I have here with an emoji is once again Lord of Lion's Pied. This is a leopard pied that Lord of Lion has, and you can notice the leopard pied really brings in a lot of darkness into the pattern. Also whacked out the pattern really a lot, and it's just super cool. And if we take a look right by the tail, we have a little smiley face again. What's cool about this one, it looks like he has a little unibrow going on at the top, or a third eye. Really cool. I wasn't expecting to find this many emojis inside of my collection, even with the snakes I do have with breeding loans. But looks like Lord of Lion's been looking for the emojis in his ball pythons for a while, because I'm pretty sure he even has a few more at his place or at Mutation Creation that have some emojis as well. So super cool. And I really like this girl's pattern. It's really high pattern, and you don't see that too much in Pieds, but really like how she's looking. And I love that really darkness to her. You can really see the iridescence and the sheen of the back where that black is, kind of like the one I showed you with that nice paradox on her. But wow, I really can't get enough of this one. Almost looks like a head too, with the really dark outlining around the saddle. And she's trying to escape on me right now. Nope, stay inside of the bin. But really cool. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all my emoji ball pythons. It was really fun making this video. I had to go look through all my Pieds and find out which ones had emojis, and I even surprised myself with some of them I did not know had emojis. So really cool there. And if you guys have any more questions, feel free to hit me up in the comments down below or on Instagram at Royal Highness Pythons, just so I can go and answer them. I try to get back to every single comment, but sometimes I do get a lot. So if I do not get back to you right away, don't get worried or anything. Sometimes it just takes a while, and I'm also busy with my snakes as well as Mutation Creations, so I don't have too much free time, but when I do, I will get back to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.